close. SportsPulse, USA Today Sports Paul Myerberg discusses the latest from Ohio State, where Urban Meyer backtracked and Zach Smith broke his silence. USA Today Sports Columbus, Ohio. Visitors peered through the locked gates of Ohio Stadium on Saturday, many hoping Urban Meyer would be on the sidelines leading the Buckeyes when the season opens up here a month from now against Oregon State. "I don't think he deserves to be fired," said John Woods, whose nearly 3-year-old son wore a No.1 Ohio State football jersey that matched his red sunglasses. "I doubt it'd be an issue as much as it is now. The now is the throes of the." Meyer was put on paid administrative leave last week after questions arose over his handling of allegations leveled against former assistant coach Zach Smith, whose alleged abuse of his then-wife was known to Meyer as far back as 2009. And others at Ohio State since 2015, amid people playing tennis and basketball on the courts that lay outside the stadium on this cloudless 90-degree afternoon. There was the sense amongst them that Meyer is a victim of timing. Had this happened only a few years ago, there wouldn't be near the scrutiny that has placed Meyer's tenure, which includes a national championship in 2014, in jeopardy. "It's not his wife," said Nick Ruth, a student at a nearby community college who plans to attend OSU next year, in defense of Meyer. "He didn't beat anybody. To be honest, if Urban knew and athletic director Gene Smith knew, I would feel like the whole college should be taken down, too. It had to go up the chain. He's not a babysitter," piped in his friend Max Reynolds, who will soon start his first year at OSU. Related, Meyer and Smith's defenses shift focus toward actions of Gene Smith more. Urban Meyer says he knew about and reported 2015 incident timeline. A look at Urban Meyer's college football coaching career. Woody Hayes has streets and buildings named after him here, but it's certainly not 1978, the legendary coach's final season at the school, anymore. These are hyper-political times amid the post-truth era, and there are conspiracy theories out there to explain this. 1, 2, it's sick. Seems possible to me that these high-profile witch hunts are just further conditioning and programming of the masses, a Reddit user who goes by Oddmeter wrote. Another, who uses the handle 3J82TJ, added Meyer's potential demise is due to another expletive story from TPTB, the powers that be. The central issue Meyer faces now as the school conducts its investigation is straightforward. What did Meyer know? When did he know it, and what was done? "The coach has to know," said Eric Massenberg, who lives in Baltimore and stopped by the stadium as part of a road trip that included visiting the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. "If one of your assistant coaches is abusing his spouse, you have to correct the problem. You are the head coach of a major football program. It's your business because it reflects poorly on you and the university." That's exactly what doomed Jim Tressel, but that was over NCAA violations that have led to the firings of several coaches. Tressel resigned in 2011 over allegations he covered up his players, including star running back Maurice Claret, receiving improper benefits. The NCAA, however, could be the least of Meyer's concerns at this point. Meyer attempted to set the record straight in a statement on Friday, more than a week after he told reporters at Big Ten Media Days that he never had a conversation about the October 2015 incident where Smith's then-wife, Courtney, told police she'd sustained physical abuse in a domestic situation. In the statement, Meyer said he's always elevated issues to the proper channels when it comes to misconduct by coaches, and he did so in 2015. He said he followed the same procedure when Zach Smith was arrested in an alleged domestic violence incident in 2009, when Smith was a graduate assistant under Meyer at the University of Florida. Prosecutors did not pursue the 2 felony charges in this Sept. 2017 photo. Former Ohio State assistant coach Zach Smith looks on during a game against Army in Columbus, Ohio. Photo. The Associated Press. Zach Smith was not charged as a result of the alleged incident in 2015 in Powell, Ohio, a town about 20 minutes north of the Ohio State campus. Smith has not returned text messages sent by USA Today Sports. Zach Smith said in interviews Friday that OSU athletic director Gene Smith was aware of the allegations and pulled him off a recruiting trip as a result. He remained on the coaching staff until July 23, when the allegations surfaced of a criminal trespassing charge in May as part of Courtney Smith's protection order application. Meyer has new provisions added to his contract as part of his extension in April, one that requires him to report sexual harassment, sexual assault, sexual exploitation, intimate violence and stalking to the school administrator. failure to do so, another provision states, could lead to termination for cause. Smith has pleaded not guilty to the misdemeanor trespassing count and said in an interview that he never committed domestic abuse against Courtney Smith. The two share custody of their two children, ages 6 and 8, as part of their divorce settlement finalized in 2016. Powell police documents obtained by USA Today Sports show that officers received 8 calls from Courtney Smith between October 2015 through July 11, ranging from allegations of Zach Smith abusing her to him destroying a wreath on the front door. Zach Smith also called police in January alleging Courtney took their children across state lines in violation of their custody agreement. Police declined to provide the full narrative from the reports. It's unclear when, or even if, Powell police contacted Ohio State officials about the incidents, although Zach Smith said in interviews that was likely the case. A spokesperson from the police department told USA Today Sports on Friday that no officials from Ohio State had contacted them about the trespassing charge from May. The Ohio State University Board of Trustees announced Wednesday that it has appointed an independent board to lead the Meyer investigation. Ohio State had its first practice on Friday, which, like Saturday's, was closed to the news media. It's unclear when the review will be completed as co-offensive coordinator Ryan Day serves as acting coach. Many here think, or at least hope, their popular coach will be back. I think this will blow over, student Max Reynolds said Saturday.